In 2003, George Weiss and I founded a company called RatchetSoft. The idea behind RatchetSoft was simple: build a tool that allowed software to remote control other software applications for the purposes of systems integration and automation. No access to APIs or the database required. All that was needed to facilitate an automation was the user interface, which every application has. We ended up creating a universal adapter that could integrate anything with anything, guaranteed. That small idea turned into a successful business for us, which we sold in 2018. And along the way, it helped give birth to a new enterprise IT automation layer called RPA. We knew RPA was a very cool idea. We didn't know it would become the $10 billion market it is today. But that experience taught us something very important about enterprise software. Sometimes the real category only reveals itself after customers start using the technology. Fast forward to 2023 and the founding of Sunset Point Software. We started with a simple premise: organizations should be able to decommission any application, regardless of the underlying architecture, guaranteed. So we built another universal adapter, one capable of capturing information inside any system and preserving it in a standard format so the system itself could finally be shut down. Does that sound familiar? If history wasn't repeating itself, it certainly was rhyming. But something interesting happened along the way. Our customers pushed us to think bigger. Sure, they needed a reliable way to retire legacy systems, but what they really needed was a way to manage all system transitions across the enterprise, not as one-off projects, but as a repeatable, accountable, and scalable governed discipline. They wanted one set of tooling, one repeatable methodology, a standard format for continuity, and information accountability from extraction through disposition. They wanted to make transitioning from one system to another systematic, because while systems change, knowledge must endure. That realization led us to something bigger than decommissioning. It led us to what we now call System Transition Governance, or STG. Over the coming months, you're going to hear a lot more from us about STG and why we believe it will become a foundational discipline for modern IT organizations. I've linked below a blog I posted that explains the thinking behind STG and the journey that got us here. I would love to hear your feedback. When we first raised funding for Sunset Point Software, one of our investors asked me, "Joe, is decommissioning a billion-dollar business?" My answer was simple and honest. I don't really know, but what I do know is that it will lead us to the billion-dollar idea. Well, today I believe we found it with System Transition Governance. The companies that treat system transitions as a governed discipline will move faster, reduce risk, and preserve their institutional intelligence, while everyone else will just keep dragging legacy systems behind them like anchors. We've built the platform for system transition governance. We know how vital it is for our customers, and we are defining this category. I hope you're as excited about STG as we are, because it's going to be big. So check out the blog below and let me know what you think.